Welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, 358 cop stories, vice, narcotics, gangs, foot pursuits. You'll love them all. They're all my babies. A lot of gross alerts on there, a lot of gross stuff. Guys hanging from beams naked, all kinds of stuff. Okay, I can't unthink those things. 4 guys in a bathroom connected. I'm not going to say anymore. Okay, so and adding on to that, okay, 160 some questions and answers. So if you ask me a question, I will answer it directly, and then I'll put it on here on tape, which we're doing now. So if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com, and I'll answer the question for you. Now, they're asking, the question now is, we have any funny animal stories or just interesting animal stories? Okay, I'll tell you a couple of these, and one of them you're not going to believe. It's one of my cop stories, but I'll include it in this one because sometimes people don't see the cop story. Remember, there's 358 of them, so it can take you a while to find some of these. So anyway, working an area, I was new to the area. I've been on 7-8 years, and the area I went to, they're urban. Everything's urban. And there's parts of the city which they have dogs that roam loose, packs of dogs. You know, people use the word pack to think they're all running around like pit bulls biting people, but no. Where I was working, there were packs of like 3 or 4 dogs, but they were just loose. People let them out at night. Dog runs around, kind of like people let their cats out at night, and then a couple hours later the animal comes back and you put them to bed or whatever they do. Who knows? So we're driving along. I've been here like a week, and I'm with the guy that's been here like 7 years, and we got along really well. Both had the same rank. We're both trained officers. So we're learning about each other, and we're trying to square away a recruit that we have a little problem with. So it's working out really well. It's 10 o'clock at night, weeknight, slow night. So we're talking about something, and we see 3 or 4 dogs running along the sidewalk. It actually was ironically by SC over there in the sports arena, Exposition Boulevard. So my partner says, "Hey, look at those guys! Yeah, wow, look at those dogs." The people I know we're talking about how it's a shame people leave their dogs out. You know how people get dogs and they don't want them after Christmas. They let them go. They can't keep them up. People do that. They get puppies and then the kid doesn't take care of it. In some parts of the city, they just let the dog out and they could care less. You know, which is sad because then the dog gets picked up or hit by a car, and then the dog gets euthanized and nobody really. It's sad. It really is. So anyway, so we're bad mouthing the general public about that. You know. Then he goes, "Oh, I got to tell you about working down here." I said, "What's the matter?" He says, "Oh, the dogs down here stop for red lights." I go, "Okay. Yeah, right. F you." Okay, he goes, "You think you're talking to a recruit?" You know, we both had 1 hash mark, which is 5 years plus. You know, and then you get 2 for 10. We each had 1. I go, "Let's see what this is." Been around the block, buddy. He goes, "No, seriously." I go, "Ah, yeah, right." He goes, "Okay, wait." So we're just tooling along. He goes, so he makes a U-turn because the good dogs had gone up another street. He goes, "Let's follow these guys." I said, Don't give me a ration of crap. Okay, this is crazy. He goes, "No, seriously." All right, so there's 4 of them, and they're running up the sidewalk. You know, they're just biting each other and barking and yapping away, and all by themselves. Nobody bothering anybody. So we come around. That partner is still alive. He retired a couple of years ago out of motors. Okay, he is my witness. This is what I saw. This is what happened. You can believe it or not. Okay. Street lights coming up, and I'm looking like that, and I go, "Well, slow down." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm slowing down. I want to make sure they get a red light." Really? Okay, because it's green. They're running faster than you can walk, pretty much. Not sprinting, but they're running along, you know, like dogs run. Maybe at a jogger's pace. Light turns red, and the damn dogs stop right there in their tracks. And I'm like, I got to look at you. Look at me right now. I'm just like this. It's BS. There's no way. He goes, wait for it. So we're sitting. There's no other cars out. It's 10 o'clock at night. Light turns green. They continue across the street. I said, I'm going to walk. This will go another block. I don't believe you. He goes, "I'm telling you, they do it. No, they may not do it all the time, but they're good." And I think, okay, he's got a little thing here where we just got lucky on these. How can you get lucky on 4 dogs? No. Next light. Waiting. Light turned red. They stopped. And it's weird because they'll stop and they're, they sniff each other. They're yipping away. They're, whatever they're doing, We did this for 3 lights. All but one of them stopped. One of them eventually drifted off the other way. But so I can only think that believe me, I'm not an expert in dogs. I'm not a trainer. But I kind of think that maybe they learned that if the light turns, I heard they're colorblind. People tell me that, okay. But the lights are also in the same sequence. They're always red, yellow, and green. I got to think they learned from the sounds of the cars and the position of the light that when it's a certain spot, they stop not because of the light necessarily. I think they stop because of the traffic. They don't get hit. Isn't that? It's just weird. It was a weirdest thing I've ever seen. Ever. I mean, of animals. Yeah, never seen like that. There's other ones I'm going to tell you about about animals that kind of predictable, like dogs that chase down suspects. That's predictable. But this was like, 40-some years later, I have no explanation for it. I'm going to tell you that God is my witness. That is what I saw. And he's over there laughing his ass off because he thought that was pretty funny that they were doing that. I go, let's get out of here. And next thing you're going to tell me there's flying saucers. And then we start talking about that. Of course, he's telling me that, that the reason why our probes are crashing on Mars is because the Martians are shooting them out of the sky. So that pretty much was BS. But I don't know. How many rovers have we lost in Mars? Maybe they are shooting them out of the sky. Who the hell knows? I watch Transformers. Anyway, so that's the kind of conversation you get into when it's really a slow night and you're with the guy for 8 hours and he's a good guy and you're just talking about all kinds of things. Dating, girlfriends, wives, kids, dogs, UFOs, whatever. Okay, so that's one of the stories. Another one is before I went there, we were working a shift, what you call the mid-watch, which is 6 at night till 2:30 in the morning. Again, weekends, hot. People everywhere, drunk drivers. Okay, unfortunately, Tuesday through Thursday, pretty slow. And about 1:30 in the morning, everybody's asleep. There's a pretty quiet little division, and you're basically buses and delivery trucks are flying back and forth. The general public is in for the night. Okay, even gang members are sleeping. So you get kind of bored. And I had a partner that, pretty good guy. He was about 6 months senior to me, and he goes, "Man, this is boring." I go, "Yeah." He says, "Let's go chase some dogs." Okay. All right. I'm thinking, okay, I'm driving. So okay, fine. So let me go on not really a sidetrack. Let me explain something. Our PA system is built into the police car, okay? And the speakers are behind the grill, if we're giving unlawful assembly orders and all this good stuff and telling people to pull over and all that good stuff. You see cops on TV pick up the microphone. Well, ours wasn't, this is in the 70s, not like it is now. Everything's so sophisticated. Those days we had a little box. It handled the siren and the red lights and handled the PA system. And you click a switch and you're on the PA system with a microphone. Well, when you broadcast, if you don't say anything, if you just hit the button and bring it down by the assembly, you ever see people that trying to set up a microphone system at a stage and hear that really high pitch background because they got the microphone too close to the amplifier or whatever? I don't know. I'm not an electrician. Well, you get this little high pitched sound, really high, from this back feed or whatever you call it, cross feed, whatever it is. And so I'm telling you this because we're going down the street and go, "Oh, there's a bunch of dogs over there." Okay, fine. So I drive along. What's he going to do? There's nobody out. I mean, it's, turns on the PA system and reaches his hand down and he crackles the thing. When he does that, all these dogs go. Well, the pitch is hitting their frequency, right? And one's howling. I thought that was pretty good. So he goes, "Yeah, now, okay, so back off. Oh my gosh." I'm thinking, the whole time I'm thinking, I should be writing tickets or something. This is too boring, but there's nothing to do. You have to understand there's times where officers have nothing to do. Not very rarely nowadays, because they mingled the divisions eventually because they found that a do-nothing division and a hot one, so they reconfigured so that it bled over so that the guys that were now sleeping has to work. And the city eventually, the police department figured that out, and I got to start realigning these things so that everybody gets to work equally. Because some guys aren't doing anything, and some guys are working all night long. And so they did that eventually, but not then. Very slow. So he goes, "Oh, wait. So we're going to chase them." Okay. I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to run over any dog. No, we're not going to run over anybody. Okay, fine. So they're running along the dirt there on the side of the street. Okay. I want you to race up on them. All right. So I floor it, And he goes, and they all look up and then they start running. And they're running next to us and I'm here and he's going on the PA system. And it's all over the street. And every time he does that, they kind of jump. And then when he keys the mic, they're jumping. I'm going, why am I doing this? It was funny. I mean, it's, oh my gosh. Because there's stray dogs. So I don't know who they belong to, but they're just out there running around, knocking over trash cans. And because we can see some of their demolition as we're going down the street. It's trash day, so all the trash cans are over and see all the paper. So they're doing that. They're grabbing some food, whatever. But chasing these dogs down the street. He's acting like a dog. He's barking at him. And they're running like hell. Now when he barks at them and I speed up, now they're really running. I mean, they're sprinting for their lives. And now that's pretty funny. I hate to say that, but it was pretty funny. So then, of course, they get near remember now, we're in a residential suburbia area where everybody has fences and shit. So they have no place to go except towards us. And they're running along. So eventually they get to a street and they make a right turn. Of course, they all make the turn. They all spread out. They're bummed. So we're laughing. We take off. And now we stop doing that and go back to patrolling an area that there's nobody around. Anyway. So I go, that was pretty funny. He goes, yeah. He says, can you imagine in dog world, if they talk or communicate, they're going to go, that was a big dog. Black and white dog as big as a house chasing us. I know there was, Not that dogs talk, but but if they did, okay, in Bizarro World, they would say the biggest dog in the world just chased me down the street and was barking at me. Okay, which I'm thinking, even at the time, even now, I thought, man, can you imagine some citizen coming out has to work early in the morning, or he's coming out to put the trash out, or he's just walking around and he sees this police car going down the street, barking and chasing a bunch of dogs. Okay, all you can do is just look at that and go, these officers are crazy. And go, oh, I'm going to go report them. Well, go ahead and report us. I mean, what the heck? But anyway, so that was a short animal story. It was funny. Actually, it was really funny. Okay, because eventually when I changed partners, he transferred out and I got another partner. I don't know, a month later, guess who was doing it? I was. Okay. Again, slow nights. You're paying us good money. I wish I could do something. Believe me, we're arresting people every night. But some nights you just have nothing to do. It's just like you don't want to go out there and manufacture arrests. You don't want to go out there and fake stuff up. You just drive around, and again, about 3 o'clock till about 4:30 is a kiss of death. Because around about 4:30, close to 5, then the morning traffic comes in. The early birds are arriving. You get traffic, and then you start doing traffic control and all that. But boy, that 2 hours of dead zone, it's a killer. It really is. If you're driving, I've had guys next to me almost fall asleep at the wheel because there's nothing to do. You end up chasing each other. So the police car, you chase them, and just to stay awake, get the blood flowing, or you get out, walk around, and drink gallons of coffee. But anyway, so that's my short little story on 2 little stories on dogs. And believe me, the dogs at red lights, seriously, that happened. I'm not making that up. Okay, and partner's still alive. He's retired at Palm Springs. I can call him any day, and he'll say, "Oh yeah," he'll give me that look like, "Ah, yeah, I see it all the time." Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed those 2 little stories, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.